Hi, my name is Marck Matthiansen. I'm CEO of Dantoy, a family business located in Denmark for more than 60 years. We are plus 50 employees in our factory. Everything is produced in Denmark and has always been produced in Denmark. As it says from our company name, we are in toys, and we have like sand and water toys, role play products, all kind of toys for the age group 0 to 6 years old, and we have around 400 articles in our assortment. We have like a split of our business, like is 50% for retail and 50% for educational market. And in the educational market, we are probably the most known brand worldwide due to our quality in our tools and in our products, meaning that they can last in strong environments for a long time. As it says on the slides, we export to more than 50 countries around the world, and around 80% of our revenue come from export. So yeah, we have a big footprint all around the world. So please, next slide. Dantoy have always been a sustainable toy manufacturer, you might say. I believe that you are not a sustainable producer from one day to another. It's a long journey that takes a long time. So when we go back in our history, we could see that we got rid of PVC in the 70s, long before that was banned within toys. We got like ISO certified up amongst the environment in late 90s. And we also, as it says here, have the Nordic Eco Label. The Nordic Eco Label is a certificate where it looks on the entire product from production until recyclable phase, and also look in the chemistry of the product. We were the first and still is the only one who is able to carry this kind of license on our products. So that we are very happy about. On that journey, I talked about sustainability. For us, it was natural in 5 years ago to start a project looking on what could be an alternative to a fossil-based product or fossil-based raw material, and that was when we started the project to look into which kind of biomaterials do we see in the market. And it was a tough job to find a suitable raw material, because we tried with corns, we tried with leftovers from this animal disposals, with potatoes, etc. But none of that had the strength of a toy which has to be played with 100 kids a day. But we ended up and found something suitable for us. Some of you have already mentioned it, sugarcane. And that's the series we launched and brought to market in 18. And yeah, so please move on. The key elements in our green line is that it comes from sugar canes. It's 90% bio-based, and that the farmers we use the sugar canes from is under control landlords, and it's far away from the rainforest. All the sugar cane we use is from Brazil, and the sugar canes farms we use is 200 and 500 kilometers away from the Amazon's rainforest, which has been very important for us. It's also important for us that you cannot like take this sugar cane and eat it. So it's a leftover product from the feedstock we use for our products. So you cannot go by the verses that food for toys. We don't like that saying. So it has to be like something we cannot eat, which we use for toys. It has the same product lifetime, and it's 100% recyclable. And the packaging I'll show you on the next slide is also like the entire universe about our bioplastic line is that we use a sugar cane for 100% recyclable, and then also the packaging is made 100% from recycled material as well. So please move on. And this is just some pictures of this of our different products. You see in the middle the boxes I talked about. They're coming for recycled carbon material, paper material, and what when we got to the market in 18 with our sugarcane line or bioplastic line, there was no bioplastic alternatives in the toy industry on a big scale. So what we thought of as one of the inventors in this sector was that put a lot of effort and a lot of space on the packaging to tell the story about what is sugarcane, because it's so different. And there was also somebody earlier talking about greenwashing. There's a lot of greenwashing out there. So we believe that it's very important for us to be a transparent company and tell exactly what's the story of our BioLine, in order to get the consumer to understand what they are buying. Yeah. So please move on. And actually all this effort paid off last year when we came second of the most sustainable toy manufacturer in Europe, which we have never been able to compete up against before. So the consumers have received it very, very well. As I said, we launched it in 18. 42% of our turnover today comes from a sugarcane product, which is quite successful. As it says here, it has exceeded the expectations of Dantoy, and then also the honor of being runner-up as the most sustainable player within toys. We are very happy about, since we are a small company located in Denmark. Yeah.
Congratulations on that as well. Yes, it's amazing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and the next one, please. So what do we see as the main challenge? And some of you have also touched that before. It's actually the supply. We could do more in bio-based, but right now we are holding back because the material is simply not out there. There's simply so many switching to bio-based products, but the supply cannot meet the demand at the moment. So from that perspective, right now we are holding a little back, but we are also certain when we move a little further in a couple of years, there will be more and more supply and more players in the market. Of course, the price is also a lot higher on the bio-based than the fossil granulates that we use. But again, it's a completely other story. So I believe that if you are good enough at telling your story, how it's different, you will also be able to sell the product at a much higher price. And the reason we don't have like 100% bio-based is the coloring. We use some master batch for changing or making the plastic have some kind of colors, and the players out there for master batch have a limitation about which kind of colors can you use and how can you make them, and that's a little difficulties from our perspective, because in our range we use like the fashion companies to see which kind of fashion colors will be next, and then adjust them to our toys, and many of those colors you cannot mix in a bio environment. So we really hope that there's some suppliers or some suppliers out there today who can be able to take that challenge up and make it like a broader assortment of master batches. That will definitely help not us but all in the sector, I guess. And next one. Yeah, you can say, what is the success? Because like when you have a plastic plant, a manufacture plant that we have, you have a lot of money invested in tools and machinery. So one of the most important part was that the material we found in 2016 could run on the same tooling and machinery, because otherwise we would have to buy a new plant in order to get that running. And of course, it also, since we make toys for kids, and we have a very high standard of like what we accept and what we don't accept because of the Nordic Eco label, it has to have the same strength, because one of our USP is the long shelf life of our product. Like if you buy a shovel, it's probably 10 or 15 times more expensive than the one you buy in China, but I'll guarantee you it also lasts or can last 20 to 30 times longer than the one you buy in China, because the quality of the product is simply much better. So the quality of the product was very essential to us, and that's why we could not use bio-based from corns or for potatoes, because the strength of the quality was simply not there. And of course, one of the biggest issues probably right now is the stable supply of the bio-based granulates, because the demand is peaking so much at the moment.